Congratulations! You just found out you're pregnant, and I'm sure there are a wide range of emotions going through you right now and a ton of thoughts racing through your mind. I remember when I first got pregnant and found out, I just couldn't believe it myself. And so I took at least 4 to 5 different tests just to make sure. And then once I convinced myself, I started thinking, well, how am I going to tell my partner? When's the right time? Wait, how many weeks am I? What have I been eating so far? Have I been eating clean enough? What's my diet like? Should I increase my exercise? What should I do now? What should I look up? And then the endless Google searching started, and trust me, I've been there, and I just want to tell you that it's okay. I've got you covered. I'm going to share with you some of the main things that you want to focus on right now and really just not worry about the rest because it's going to come in time and you're going to have plenty of time for everything else. So, one of the biggest things I always want to remind moms is when you find out you're pregnant, just celebrate the moment, whether it's with your special one, with your family, or just with yourself. Just take a moment to celebrate it, take in the moment, absorb what's going on because it's big news. You want to give it as much time as you need. It took me a few days before it kind of, the shock I got over. But take your own time. There's no rush. You are just in the beginning of your journey. And so that's step number one. Number two, I would highly recommend that you find a doctor that you like. You can ask for recommendations from friends and family. You can look them up. You can, if you have a network, something like Kaiser, where it's one big network, you can look through that. But you want to kind of start looking at that and scheduling your first prenatal visit to them, just to make sure that you and baby are off to a very healthy start. The next thing you want to do, number three, and this one is a big one, is really create mindful moments. So we want to start this right off the bat because this is going to be a game changer in the journey of your entire pregnancy and even into your labor. So what do I mean by creating mindful moments? It's really just being present with the moment. So pregnancy, there are times where it feels like it's going really, really fast, and there are times where the days drag on and you're looking at your calendar and you feel, oh my gosh, it's still 15 more weeks left. It's still however long. And so you want to take all of that in stride because all of it will pass. It is temporary and it is a small transitional yet transformational moment in your life. So really just be present with every single aspect of your life. Just start noticing things more about you, turning more inward towards you will make a huge, huge difference. Number four, I would say start just being a little more mindful, going back into the mindfulness about how you're nourishing your body. And that, yes, could be food, that could be prenatals, that can be a lot of different things. It can just include, changing some small habits that might not be as healthy, but, now you have a reason to change them. And so that would be number four, nourishing your body. Number five, I would say starting to think about some light exercise, incorporating that into your day. Exercise does not mean going to the gym, doing something structured, taking a class. Although prenatal yoga is amazing in so many ways, you don't have to start all of that right now. You are just at the very beginning of your journey. All you want to do is kind of start thinking about these things. And again, exercise doesn't mean something so structured. It can be very simple, such as taking a walk in the morning or going outside in your backyard and walking back and forth a few times. Things like that. Maybe choosing to take the stairs instead of the elevator if you are up for it. So things like that can be exercise on its own. Okay, so those are some of the things that I would start engaging in. Number six, we're on number six, right? Yeah. Six, I love this one. It's really, really important, but really easy to forget. And so I always like to remind all the mamas to be out there, especially during this time, you want to really start embracing self care. So, self care can mean a plethora of things, but essentially it comes down to what is it that can help you really feel nurtured and loved and, you know, really feel like yourself again, and really going back to the self and thinking about yourself. And yeah, actually sometimes it does feel selfish, but guess what? Who cares? This is your moment. This is your time to be selfish. And after you start kind of incorporating it into your life and it becomes a habit, that feeling of selfishness automatically goes away on its own. So I wouldn't worry about that. If people start saying things, oh, you're taking more time for yourself, you're not hanging out for me. I used to get that from a lot of people. It's okay. It's okay. I'm telling you from experience, all of that is temporary. And what's important right now is you and your baby, and that's priority. And everything else will fall into place later. So embrace that self care. It's super duper important. Number 7 is build your team. And I would extend it to saying build your holistic team, especially if you are not really one to just kind of follow directions from whatever advice is given to you, whether it be from a nurse who is qualified, a doctor who is qualified, a midwife, anyone who's qualified or not. This is your pregnancy. It's very unique to you. They may have a lot of experience, but you are the only one who has experience in your pregnancy. So really building a team around people who can support you in your wants and your needs and really understand them. And that can be a wide range of people. So yes, it can be a doctor. It can be a doula. It can be a prenatal coach, which is what I do, and a prenatal yoga instructor. All of these people can be a part of your team to help you through this. Even pelvic floor therapists. There are so many things. So whatever you feel that you need right now, that is something you should start thinking about. No need to go ahead and build your team overnight. It takes time, but just something to start thinking of. And lastly, number 8, I would highly suggest start going on Facebook, Meetup, all these different ways and platforms you can connect with other moms, even in your local community. If you find someone at the grocery store or someone in your neighborhood who is pregnant, family, friends, start connecting with them a little more, because I promise you that support is so valuable to you. And you never want to feel like you're alone. We're here for you. I'm here for you. But to feel like you're not alone in your journey and someone else understands what you're going through in a certain way, that is so valuable right now, just that community. So start thinking of ways you can, reach out to other moms. I have a Facebook group called Prenatal Support for New Moms to Be. It's completely free. It's a lot of moms in that group, and it's just for that, to provide that support, to ask questions so you don't feel alone. And that's pretty much a great starting point. Whatever you do moving on from here is really just building on top of these platforms. So think about it that way. You're just starting to build a great foundation. All of this is just all about you. I hope you kind of see that theme here. It's just all about you, and that's what this pregnancy should be. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. My Instagram handle is @prenatalwithpoonam. Again, that Facebook group, that support group, is Prenatal Support for New Moms to Be. And my YouTube channel is Prenatal with Poonam as well. So feel free to reach out, and I hope you guys have a great journey.